situated in here with all the wires and cables and stuff, man, we got to talk about this. So I haven't been to Home Depot. I've been to Home Depot for a few things, but I haven't been to Home Depot in a while. Like I don't buy anything from Home Depot or any paints and like that. So I haven't been here in a while. And I never heard of these paints before. These are the Marquees or Marquees, or what are they called? At the end of the day, well, these products right here look exactly like the products that I've been seeing on CROW's and Danny's products. They are exactly the same. I was sitting up here looking at this saying, oh my goodness, this is just too close of a match. The reason why I can tell and look at this, and I'll tell you why. Right here, let's come out of here. Let's come out on the, how to do it for a customer. You want to see on motorized projection screens. Let's go over here real quick. I'm going to show you something. Called it in a demonstration. Now, not only do I basically advertise our products at the end of the day, but I also try to keep customers aware of these potential scammers that steal from people. Hold on for a minute. Background music, free, copyright free. All right, so this right here is our blacklist. Pretty soon we'll have Danny's paints on here if this paint's actually end up matching the house paints that we're going to be ordering. My goodness, couldn't believe what I just saw in that selection. Can I get my what I asked for the other day? Just say copyright free music. Background music, copyright free, please, thank you. All right. So this is right here. This is me. All right. This is me doing the network grade 773. We are the ones who started the network grade 773. So right here, at the very beginning, I basically at one point was thinking that, you know, it's going to get to a point that these guys are going to basically start shipping you everyday house paint with nothing in it. No glitter, no whatever they put into it, just basically house paint. That's what they're going to start shipping to you. And that's what you have to be careful about. You have to make sure that the products that you are ordering at the end of the day are official house paints. This is why we require for those tests to be done on your products versus house paint. So that way you're sure you're not matching. All right, so we got a ton of demonstrations called Black versus Black at the bottom of our page. But this is what I found interesting. In this demonstration right here, the thought came to mind that will network grade 773 match his products? And it did. Let me show you what happens here in the demonstration.
So I will put down my demonstrations on my products.
This is me popping the top on network grade 773. Now, this is before Jamie ever tested it to his product or CROW1176. I can tell just by looking at the paint that it was going to match perfectly. It's the same vibe I'm getting at looking at these different paints on Home Depot, which I'm buying a lot of them.
Ooh, man, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Look at that right there. That's not good. And I can tell from looking at that, that is not good at all. That's nothing in it. No black, no glitter, nothing. That is not a good sign. That is actually a perfect color right there. All right. Whew, he's going to have to outperform this on between night and day. It's not going to go well at all.
So I clearly sat there and said on camera, this is not going to go well. That his product was going to match the house paint. Mind you, I don't even have, we have this paint down there, but I don't even know yet because I sat there and said that on camera that I don't know if it's going to match or not. But it did match. I was able to see it and call it because, again, I've done so much great paint. I can literally look at paint and tell you what your paint's going to be just by looking at it. So if you don't have any tests showing the difference between that product, I can match you to anything. That is 6 months to a year when I did that demonstration. CROW did it later on and matched the product. As I said, it was going to happen. Right here.
I went down and had was curious exactly if I got some gray screen paint, how close would it come to matching CROW's product at the end of the day? Because like I said, the only reason why we go after these individuals is because they make all these outlandish accusations and claims about their products doing this, that, and the other, and it's bogus at the end of the day. So usually you would mix it with some bare silver screen. It's very light gray, as I said before, but you got to add black in there because you got to be able to put those tones in there. This stuff is already toned, so it's good. So we picked up a gallon. Wait a minute. Let me work for this. All right, there we go. We picked up a gallon of by Sherwin-Williams. Picked up a gallon of this for around $23.
Now you can see we got your personal mix right here.
There because you got to be able to put those tones in there. This stuff is already toned, so it's good. So we picked up a gallon. Wait a minute. Let me work for this. All right, there we go. We picked up a gallon of.
In the container here, we have the Metallica Mix 2.0, and we have the Cinemax.
By Sherwin-Williams. Picked up a gallon of this for around $23. This is called Network Gray. Got a couple more of these coming in. And this is an SW, I think it's a 773. So, I'm curious to see if I paint this on here. We're not looking for a match. We're looking to see how close it would come to matching the paint.
So I just sat there and said, we weren't even sure. We said that we're not looking for a match. We're trying to see exactly how close it comes to matching it. Because again, if there's no test on these products versus grade paints, you could very well just be getting shipped grade paint to your front door and paying a lot of money for it.
As I said before, we have to do these demonstrations ourselves. I will put down my demonstrations on my products versus black paint, black fabric, and just about anything else we can throw against our screen. We've done these tests already before. As a matter of fact, the screen paint will come in handy for us.
Now, again, the reason why I'm showing you this demonstration, because if I say what I'm seeing in the Home Depot is your product, I'm seeing your product in Home Depot. Because again, I did the demonstration right here. All I had to do was look at it, and I know. This is right here, 6 months to a year before he did it. Both of your product launches sitting right in Home Depot right now.
Man, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Look at that right there. That's not good. And I can tell from looking at that, that is not good at all. And that's with nothing in it. No black, no glitter, nothing. That is not a good sign. That is actually a perfect color right there. All right.
So you mean to tell me you've been at Home Depot that many times and you didn't pick up any of those paints to put against your products? They're right there. They're $6. And here I am on here doing demonstrations on multiple levels versus black paint, even making a couple of paints that you guys cleaned up with my product, which thank you, by the way, you got me orders today on top of that. They saw the demonstrations and they found out that was pretty crazy for me to go out there and allow you to make my product, and then you couldn't make the product, so I made it for you. I'm gonna do it to somebody tomorrow. We got the products coming in. We're gonna do that demonstration. I'm making a more advanced version of the Noor. Noor is trash at the end of the day. It's charcoal gray, charcoal black. It ain't really black. What we got in that container over there is Dynasty. That's black. If you went over and you picked up Black Magic, that'd have been perfect. Domino, that's perfect. But Noor is not that dark. But I'm going to make a better version for you. And I'm going to blow that out of the water. And then we're going to put you all on the wall of shame with full credits. But you're around all that paint and you didn't pick up none of this product to put against your screen? Why?
I have to outperform this on between night and day. It's not going to go well at all.
So after we paint the screen in, right? This sitting on the screen, ooh, that's pretty bad. This sitting on the screen right here is 3 different shades of paint. We got the personal mix, we got this Cinemax, and we have the personal mix Cinemax and the oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of the paint. The 2.0 Metallica mix 2.0. Now this is where the customer, this is interesting too, this is where the customer gave me the free Cinemax. This is where Jamie got on camera crying and whining. It wasn't his paint. It would match. Did you not say that? You're lucky I can't find that video. You crying and whining because you deleted it. You matched the paint, didn't you? There's Network Gray 773. There's our big black screen in the background. Watch this.
Look at that. We're not even going through that 4-step process. Wow.
Matched perfectly. 3 screen paints you didn't test against. You only did network grade 773 against Cinemax. Why come you didn't do this against the personal mix? How come you didn't do this against the Metallica mix? You know why? Because you knew it were going to match. That's why you didn't do it. You still got several screen paints that need to be matched. So I'm going to order the Hybrid. I'm definitely getting the Personal and the Metallica mix. Now, I can make this product easily because, again, from your YouTube videos, what I saw already, I can make it myself. But I want your product on my table, boxed. That's what I want. Because even though we don't have to pay for it, we don't. We can literally just go in and just basically get network grade 773. It's your product. Bare silver screen, it's your product. We can get all that, it's your product. But no, I want your package on the table. That's what I want. And the hybrid mix, oh, we're definitely getting our hands on that. I want the hybrid mix and I want the, what is it? The Cinemax. I want both of them because I saw a demonstration a while back. You had them both side by side. They look exactly the same. I knew automatically from the door that network grade 773 would match both of those. And I'm going to do the micro blend, the screen paint he's been avoiding for so long. We're going to get it done. But this is how close his product matched. Every single one of them blended right into the screen with no problem. What's this video? Anyway, I'm trying to get this other Sony demonstration. What's this one called? I'm going to play this one right now.
You should have ran these tests, man. You should have definitely ran these tests. Partey,
Oh, by the way, Danny, you're going to go into the same test too. That same paint that I just saw, I showed in the thumbnail, you're going into the same paint too. So keep in mind, you're going to be in a little worse situation than him because, again, this paint does not require multiple coats. It's a one coat application and you're done. Your product requires a multi-coat application. A child can literally paint this in. A child cannot paint in your screen.
you gonna be next. I'm definitely. I know the color of your product already from the door. I know your color. You're going to be next. We're going to get you.
Now you hear me saying that he's going to be next. This is how scared he was. His shopping cart stayed locked as long from the date we watched this video. Danny did not open up his shopping carts and fear we were going to do this to his product. You open up that website. What I just said in this video, I'm going to follow through on it. I'm going to put your product against it. I'm curious to see how much your product matches house paint. Now, those at the end of the day feel this is not right, it is right. It is definitely right. So the customer at the end of the day, he or she gets shipped a can of paint that literally they could have did themselves. This is why the tests are important. Look at the background of my screen right here compared to this mess.
Your product down here for testing. We know what your product is. I guarantee I can do yours at $23 too, and one coat at that. We're not even going through that 4-step process. Wow.
Gentlemen, I got one thing to say to you. Be afraid. Be extremely afraid. When I get done with the test, your product won't be worth a nickel. I'm very thorough about tests. You should know that by now. That's the reason why I can go out there and make products to put against our products. I can do this test easy with no problem because, again, I'm very thorough and very strict when it comes to my tests. I'm going to put you through the same process. And your product's going to break. I guarantee you that much. It will break. I want to know what this video is because I want to do this video.
That down right there is 3 of your products in one, right there.
Well, these are Sony.
Oh, that's not good.
Why can't I look for Sony's? These never pull up.
You should have ran these tests, man. You should have definitely ran these tests. Partey, you're going to be next. I know the color of your product already from the door.
Yeah.
I know your color.
I told you. I'm going to get your product.
You're going to be next. We're going to get your product down here for testing.
Cancel whatever you got to do. You better do something. Shut that site down. I'm getting your products.
$23 too, and one coat at that. We're not even going through that 4-step process.
Only thing I dread about your paint is having to paint it. That's what I dread. I don't want to do that crap. That's a lot of freaking work, and I got to do that twice for each original can. Gee whiz. Whew, but you got to do what you got to do. Man, I'm going to do this dumb demonstration. I swear this is going to take forever. It's going to take my whole day up trying to paint this stupid screen in. Where's that freaking ink pen at? Oh, I need my cell phone. That's I'm not looking forward to paint your screen. I'm really not. So if I'm not looking forward to it, I paint all day. I can imagine what the customer is going to go through. I know what a light roll is. I don't think they're going to figure it out. looking forward to paint your freaking screen. I'm really not. I'd rather paint crows than to paint yours. And these crows is easy. I have to go through a freaking 4-coat process and freaking try to figure out up, down, over, left, left, right, up, down. Man, you just make it just freaking simple. That's what you have to do. You want to make it sound so technical. No, man, just paint the freaking screen in. Get on with it already. I got to get this shot right here. I need this for my, I've been looking for this video. I couldn't figure out where it was. Looking forward to painting that thing in. Oh, man, I can see right now when that paint gets here, boy, I'm gonna be shaking my head like, paint this down. Good gracious, that thing's gonna take freaking forever. Good thing you don't do anything bigger than 120. If that's 150 inch, man, I'd be ticked. 120 inch, I'm gonna still be ticked. You know how much work, up and down formation on a 120 inch screen in robot style? Man, that's gonna be a pain in the freaking neck to do. He's doing little tiny cardboard cutouts at 2 by 2. That's nothing. Imagine doing that 5 feet high and 9 feet wide. You'll find out if you buy that stuff, you'll figure it out. You're gonna work so hard, you're gonna wait for a time clock to punch in when you get to the other end. So now you see the product is matching right here. You're matching like perfectly. Watch this. That's why you guys were finishing on those orders so quick. Because you probably thought, you know what? It's only a matter of time before he throws paint against this stuff and it matches. Well, guess what? Y'all picked this up. You're not stealing from no people no more. This is going on the scam site. This is going on the blacklist. Now, the reason why this idea popped into my head because we've had CROW's products. We had legit products down here before we started messing with it. And as I'm looking at this stuff, I'm thinking, gee whiz, who's to say that they might just start shipping you down regular house paint and try to hit it with a 4K projector, stick it in the dark, and try to make it claim that it does something that it's not. By the way, Jamie, when I had your stuff down here, I tested you on 1,000 lumens. Your paint picks up at 1,000. Guess what else picks up at 1,000? That too. That'll pick up at 1,000 lumens too. So when you said 2,200 lumens, you don't even know your own product. I'll show it to you when your product gets here. You're going to put it out of stock? I don't know what you're going to do. Gotta go in the black. Matter of fact, I'm going to put your products side by side. I'm pretty sure people are curious about that one too. Look at that. That's insane. And the big screen behind it is house paint. So 3 of your screen paints will match this. It's not even there. Look at this. I gotta come up a little close on this one. Look at that. Again, whoever came, keep in mind, we do these hot mics. This is not for customers. Customers don't come in here. This is out the trolls and people at the end of the day that know they're doing things they shouldn't be doing. This is for them to come here and preach. Keep in mind, remember, when you guys come in here all passionate and all heated up and angry and everything, you do know I asked you that magical question, what's your screen paint you have sitting on your screen? So don't come in here and showing that passion at the end of the day for somebody, because it labels you as a sheep at the end of the day. You want to be a sheep? You want to be labeled as a sheep? Don't come in here. I'm going to put down the room of the sheeps. That's what I'm going to do. For now, when I title these, I'm going to call it the room of the sheeps. Because y'all come in here constantly ranting about this, that, and the other. Now, you see how this is blending all together? So if you saw one screen paint, you saw the Cinemax. Those who have the Metallica mix, guess what? Your house paint. Those who have the personal mix, you have house paint. And with those who have the Cinemax, you have house paint. Mind you, the personal mix also matched bare silver screen, and in our demonstration on the 2 tablespoons of black paint, in his own tutorial video, by the way, we were able to match 2 of his paints with that with no problem. All right, so now seeing all this, by the way, when you try to make the black paint, did you know you were hot spotting like crazy? Posted that in the forum. They're like, why is the paint hot spotting? And what's the deal with the little specks all over the screen? I don't know what you did or what you can't make paint for jack. How in the world did you mess up a simple mixture of silver, black, and even water attached to it? What was the deal with the little specks all over the screen? I don't know what you call yourself doing, man.
How is it possible?
You put an eggshell in your next time.
This. People got in my forum site saw this, but you customers didn't see this at all? Are you kidding me?
This is what I talked about in the video. How in the world did that video sit there for 2 months? 4 months, and none of the sheep saw this? How did you not see that?
Like you sit there doing his paint side by side, and they blend it together. It's one little bump, and you consider that to be a difference. At the end of the day, some of y'all deserve to get your money taken. You know,
yeah, some of y'all deserve to get robbed at the end of the day. How do you not see that? Then keep in mind, this is 6 months to a year. This is before Jamie ever did the demonstration, because we're the ones who started Network Grade 773. We started that. Now, let's talk about 6 months to a year later, right here, where he did the demonstration. Now, the demonstration, when he did it, he freaking matched the screen perfectly. Isn't that interesting right there? Hold on. We got another one right here. We're going to pick up the other one. I like the other one because it has him on it more. We get 2 copies of this. So, again, his customers went in and pressured him. Because after we did the demonstration, we kept asking him, hey, do the demonstration, do the demonstration, do the demonstration, do the demonstration, do the demonstration. And his customers got tired. Because I started ranking on his customers like, hey, look, you're going to have to call them out, have them do the demonstrations. And the customers came up and asked him, hey, we need you to do that demonstration. We need to shut this guy up because this guy's putting you on blast 24/7. You need to shut him up. Do the demonstration. And guess what? Jamie did the demonstration. Now, when he came on there, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, brimming with confidence, figuring he was going to be able to beat the paint, I told you what was going to happen. Now, the reason why I'm going down this memory road again, because what I saw in Home Depot a few minutes ago, I got all your product right there. If you sit there and ever say on camera that I can't look at your product and tell how to match it, I did it right here, easily. Not only did I match one of your product, I got 3 of them at the same time. The same demonstration where we did the house paint, black and white mixture, I got 3 of your products again. I got the UV mix, I got the Metallica mix, and I got the personal mix. Even turned around and made a silver version of your Cinemax with the ingredients to post. See, there you go, showing your receipts from Sherman-Williams. This is what makes this demonstration extremely interesting, why it had to go first, it had to disappear. This is hardcore evidence that his product matches house paint. Right there. What you titled your video? You titled your video, Cinemax versus Network Grade 773. So if I tell you, Jamie, and I look at this paint that I'm seeing on Home Depot right now, if I say this is your product, it's your product. Your entire product line is sitting there. So you mean to tell me you've been in and out of Home Depot and you didn't pick up any one of those paints to put against your product? Why not? If I had walked in there and saw some black paint, I'd have grabbed it, put it in the cart, and put it against my product. What are you afraid of? So don't worry, since you won't do the test, I'm not going to go into this whole back and forth with you. I'm buying your stuff. That's up to it. You won't know who it is, when they're buying it, when we're going to get it. You won't know any of that, but we will have it on that table. Refuses to do the Network Gray again. Oh, we'll do it for you. We'll help you out with that one. I'll help you out with that one. Brimming with confidence. Back up the show receipts again, one more time. Now, what makes this video a gold mine, excuse me, an absolute gem, excuse me about that, a diamond in the rough. This is why this is a beautiful demonstration. Not only do we have him painting the screen, but we show him bearing receipts that he purchased the house paint to put against his product. This is the best video I will ever be able to have in my possession on this Joker. Best video ever. And this is a video that he hates more than anything in the world, because this video puts him on the map as being the ultimate scammer. Now, crazy thing about it is this paint being sold on this website? Heck, it's still being sold on this website. He still sells on it like it never even happened. Here we go over here doing the mixture. Getting ready to paint it down to the surface. We have the surface right here he's going to paint it down to.
That's the big question.
And this is the part I would have paid literally so much money just to be in his head when this happened. This is the part he messed up. He really, really messed up right here. Because he swore he's going to beat the screen. Oh, I would have given so much money just to be there for a split second, just to hear the brain crash. Because right here, you ever seen the videos? I don't want to say the curse bird, like this is when he found out. Yeah, literally, this is a perfect example of that. Look, watch that. Look at that. Right there, that man had a heart attack. He had a heart attack right there. His chest, heart was beating at 100 miles an hour. He realized he messed up really bad. Extremely bad. You're in a live stream. Kind of hard to get out of that when you got a bunch of people watching you in the stream at the same time. What are you going to do? Fake a fire, heart attack, something to get out of that, but he rolled it through. That's pretty bad. So right there at this split second, the value of his product dropped dramatically. It's not even worth 60 bucks. Not even worth that. It's worth whatever this price is and underneath of it. If you can't change the same price for what the house paint is, that's virtually impossible when you can just buy the house paint. So, as you can see, he doesn't mention it. He doesn't bring it up because he's having what you call a mental block. Now, when I tell you, Jamie, that is your product, and that product will match any screen paint I look at, I can match it to your product. I called that a year ago, 6 months to a year ago, it was going to match. Did the demonstration, sat there on camera and said, it's going to match. And look what we have now, an exact identical match. So with that being said, your product line is sitting right there in front of me, and I can see it, every last one of them. All of these will match your product. Every single one will match it. The Dynasty, yeah, all of these are your paints right here. Literally, this is your entire row of paints right here. I can say every last one of them. Now again, you know how I work. I don't like to talk about something unless I can back it up. So I'm buying your product. And I'm putting you against the entire product line. Now, I don't want you to get this mixed up. This has nothing to do with all the crazy, it has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the fact that you are a massive scammer. You want to sit down and call, again, everybody's scammers on the face of the sun. Jamie, again, I can't keep explaining this to you. You're in videos, matching house paint, and these same products are still sold on your website. You refuse to do any demonstrations next to the house paint. You act as if none of this, what you're going, doesn't happen. You live in this kind of bubble of denying everything. So the only way to get your head into reality out of the bubble is to buy your product, get it down here, and put you against the entire product line. That's $5.95. That's all we need. Heck, I tell you right now, I can mix all those together and they would still match your product. Actually, we did that one time too on camera. We literally mixed paints all together and it still matches this product. I can literally match one of these to each one of your products, mix them all together, and still match your product. I would do it on 1,000 lumens. We'll do it on ultra short throw and high-end 5,000 lumens. And I guarantee all of it does exactly the same thing. I was sitting up there, I didn't realize they had that many versions of gray on their site. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking at your entire product line right there. That's your paint right there. Literally right there. These are your paints right here. Now, if you think I'm wrong on that, you could humor us and go in, buy this product because we know Home Depot is near you, and go in and do the demonstration tomorrow. but you're not going to do it. You're scared of the simple Amazon slip silver, which you're terrified to go near. So we know if you're not going to do that, you're not going to do this. But this is just its entire product line right here. So what you're going to do? Choose a black Dynasty? We got Dynasties in the next room. We got it in the container right over there. We've done Dynasty already. I can pick up any black paint from here with no problem. It's not matching my stuff. I've done it too many times to count. How many times compared to how many times we have done it, have you done it? How many? You did the 2, you got busted, and you erased. That's what happened. This is your entire, oh my goodness, look at this. This is freaking gold mine. All of these will match your product. That's Cinemax right there. That's literally just the color of the Cinemax, the same color. This is how much? See this white right here? 6 tablespoons of black paint, I got your product that fast. 2 tablespoons of black paint, I got your product. 4 tablespoons of black paint, I got your product. I made your product live in your own tutorial. I know how to make it from scratch, from the ground up. I got the ingredients right there. You can make it anytime you want to. It's right there on YouTube. We literally posted it multiple times. My goodness, I can even use that to match your stuff. It's great. You know what? Embarrassing. I'm gonna buy some gray shoe polish. I can match your stuff to gray shoe polish easily. Now I know you'll get there on camera and you'll say, "No, that's impossible. He can't do." Well, how do we know? There's no test. You didn't test your product. You want to do those tests for me and prove me wrong? No, I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll do it. I want to do this myself. I want to see what the outcome of this is going to be. I can't wait. I went in here and I just looked up gray paint.
Steve, you're from San Diego, are you? Hilton for the stay.
Look at this. All this is your product. That right there, that's an easy trip for the UV mix right there. UV mix is easy to make too. That's a reversal with 6 tablespoons of white paint. But I can make that with that right there with no problem. Wow, all of these are your products. $37 a gallon. Would you charge 60 bucks for paint? Have you tested against this yet? What about this one right here? Have you tested against any of these? Gee whiz. Look at that. Look at the color of that. Man, all of these are your products. Chalk paint. Look at the chalk paint. We got to buy some black chalk paint too. I'm going to do that one again. That was pretty fun. All of these are your products. Literally, this is all your paint right here with nothing in it. I can match your stuff to spray. Oh, I'm going to have a ball with your product when it gets over here. We're going to have a ball with this stuff. Literally, this is your entire product line right here. Wow, look at this, look at this, look at this. This is $25 right here. That's 25 bucks. $155 is what you're going to pay for 5 gallons. You need 5 gallons of this stuff. What is that, a sample pack? That is a sample pack. So let me get this straight. You were in Home Depot and you never picked up any of this paint to put it in. Why? Why didn't you do the demonstration? It's right there. All this stuff is your paint. What is the difference between your product and any of these gray paints we're bumping into? I300? Oh, that is a beautiful color right there. Gee whiz, yes. I can match your personal mix, Metallica mix, all with this one color right here by itself. At $23 a gallon. That's it. That's all it would cost me. And how much are you charging again? $60? Huh. See, what makes that pretty bad, Jamie, at the end of the day, is what makes it bad. We don't match black paint. Tomorrow morning, I got a demonstration to do to make an advanced version of the newer and blow it out of the water. What about you? What are you doing tomorrow? Are you buying any of these great paint to put against your product? Oh, heck no, you're not. We know you're not doing that. This is your product. Literally, I'm just looking at your product right here. These are your screen paints right here. This is in stock right now. I could do a pickup on this. Well, we got to get your paints here first. Well, I know I can't order them. I'm going to get canceled orders left and right. So I got to make a few phone calls. Now, you got to be careful. Jamie is really, really, really slick We had somebody go in and order his products, and he got suspicious and figured out who it was and canceled the order. Why would you cancel the order? But he did. He canceled the order. So, with that being said, we have to make sure whoever buys the paint, they can't buy it twice because he'll find out. Isn't that a shame that I have to talk that way on camera? I literally have to talk that way on camera because he'll basically find out whose order and cancel the order because he doesn't want anybody to know his dirty secrets. Wow, look at that right there. We can match it to porch paint. Literally can match it to porch paint. Hold on, I want to see something for a minute. Where is it? Right here.
Pretty much probably wash it off, but
yeah, we got your product easily. This is a Metallica Mix 2.0. A customer bought this. The customer who bought it got it over here to us, and he canceled the second order because we're going for the Cinemax. Yeah, that's your color right there. That's easy to match. Very easy to match. I don't even have to come to the correct color that I can match that with no problem. Right there. That's your color right there, isn't it? That's an exact match of your product right there. Gee whiz. Last time I checked Home Depot, the only gray tones they've had were basically the silver screen. The silver screen was literally almost white. It wasn't even dark. This is a whole new brand of gray paint. Gee whiz, thank goodness I don't develop gray screen paints anymore. This is a freaking nightmare. I wonder how much. Goo screen? Oh boy, this would wreck anybody's day at the end of the day. Look at that. That's your product again. That's $28. And this is for brick. That's $28 for a gallon. That would match you easy. That's a perfect match right there. Definitely a perfect match. Look at this. That's a perfect match for your product right there. Now, again, I don't want you to think that this is being done because of how you carry on and how you act up. No, this is strictly being done for the fact that you're a big scammer. And I like outing you at the end of the day because you rob people left and right. You really do. And it's insane that, again, I can't express this enough. You're in videos, man. You're in videos literally scamming people, and you act like it never even happened. You go on YouTube, you sell the same product that was in these videos, you act like it never even happened. That's what makes it horrible. That's what makes you a very bad person. Because you have no remorse, you don't care about other people at the end of the day, and you know you're in these videos, you know what you're doing, but you're robbing people regardless. You already robbed the first set of people. These are just cobwebs and spider webs set up to catch the new generation of whoever doesn't see these videos and being warned, don't go near this stuff, and end up getting caught up and buying your product. And again, your website, your shipping policy is strictly designed to rip your customers off. Who the freak, put it this way, when you buy an OLED TV, you spent 90 grand for an OLED TV. And it clearly says that if it lands on your property, it's yours. The UPS guy could throw it over the gate, it could land the wrong way, get busted, anything could happen. It's yours, that's it. Void your warranty and everything. If you open it, it's yours. Void your warranty. Doesn't make a difference if you got the receipt. Doesn't make a difference if you show proof of purchase or damage or whatever. It's yours. That's how he set up his shipping. And another thing I have to talk about that too. Those who came in here vouching for his product, yeah, you basically believe in that shipping policy at the end of the day? That's what you believe in? Because then that makes you even more of a bigger sheep. That's absolutely horrible right there. Look at the color on the screen. Look at that. Same product right there. Exact same product. Gotta get for 28 bucks. Remember when he did the demonstration on the bed sheet, he did the demonstration one time. Only one time he did it. And when he did the demonstration, he put all these red lights around the screen. You know what red lights do, right? Red lights actually can change the outcome of color. It throws it off balance. That's why he had the red lights around it. Did you ever do that demonstration again? No, he did it that one time, right? You're going to do that demonstration again. You're definitely going to do it again. Because we noticed that. Everybody kept saying, what the freak is the deal with all these red lights all over the screen? Because he was trying to throw off the color balance. That's why he was doing it that way. Now, anybody that can back their demonstrations up, they'll do them over and over again and again because they can do it. Just like we do with black paint. We do it over and over and over again for fun because we can do that. He only did it one time. If he escapes by the skin of his teeth, he'll never do it again. And that house paint, he ain't going to do it ever. Not ever. So we got to do it for him because he's never going to do the demonstration. So don't worry. You don't have to spend your money. You're going to make a little money. That's what's going to happen. Buy your products. Let me get them over here. The only ones I want, well, we can't get the Frankenstein because you stopped selling that because of the whole royalty issues. Yeah, you try to go in and delete all the videos. We already know it already. Try to delete all the videos. And if you notice, the paint is not there. It's hidden somewhere on the site. It's actually set up for the overseas customers. So that way, when he goes to court, because Jamie knows he's going to court and he knows he's afraid. He's afraid this actually isn't. That's why he got rid of the Frankenstein evidence because, again, it was going to come up. But you got to remember, Jamie, we got receipts. And we got a video showing that you did sell this product and you did advertise it, including a customer who popped up who was just showing the product off too. And that shows you made money off of it. He's terrified right now. Well, you got my attention. You asked for it, right? You called me up, right? You stirred me up, right? Now I'm here. Now you don't want nothing to do with me. You're terrified. Because again, I'm not done with you yet. When the end of this year finishes, I'll be done with you. You will see me multiple times in court. And each time you come to court, you're going to be more broken than the first time. You know how bad it is when somebody loses a lawsuit? They got to go in again and again and again and watch more money get pulled out of them that they don't even have and have no way of paying it up. It's horrible to go through. But Jamie deserved it. He made this bid for himself. Honestly, I don't need to even show proof of a permission slip for you. Nothing at all, period. The fact that we sent you an order from the courts, from a lawyer, telling you to back down. And the lawyer wanted you to call him. Send me a letter telling me that you were going to back down. When you didn't do that, you waived all your rights right from the door. So that's it. We had a bad year for you, man. I told you that. So I done told you that my sister's place. When I filed the first court order on you. I told you it was a bad year for you. When we finished out of the lawsuit, because your website was involved in the copyright infringements in your YouTube channel and any other platform. Any other platform that was involved in allowing this man to do what he was doing, I could file a lawsuit against him easy. Wix already has a lawsuit coming toward them. So when I get done, I'm going to wipe your existence off the planet. There'll be no trace of CROW's products anywhere. And there's those who own it. But you won't be able to find any websites, nothing. I'm going to wipe it clean. I'm going to make it so that you can never go on social media ever again. And again, when I get done with you on the last lawsuit, this is where we have criminal charges involved. I'm taking your freedom from you. I'm going to watch your world crumble right around you. I gave you the option. I did. I told you at the end of the day, people, anybody want to take this the wrong way? Well, you want to go mess with people's copyrights and want to stalk them and do all kinds of weird stuff? You know the rules at the end of the day. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So we won the mother load. You're a broken man, we get that one. Break your spirit. And this will be a lesson to anybody else who decides to go on this road and touch my stuff. I'll strip everything from you. Take it all. Now, for those of you who sat there and said, oh, you're a Christian, you're supposed to show mercy. We did. We knew Jamie for 6 years. For 6 years, I didn't file any lawsuits against him. Nothing. Not a thing. But this year, you went too far. And I decided to now just move forward and basically taking it all from you. The product is a joke. That's your product right there. And if you don't believe me at the end of the day, I'll give you time. I give everybody time. We'll start putting the orders in a month from now. You have a month from now to buy these products and put them against your own products to back your products up. If you don't, I'll do it for you. But I'm going to tell you something. Why it's not going to happen. Number one, he's not going to do this ever again. Number two, Jamie's already know he's done. He doesn't have nothing else to fight for. He's done. He's finished. He already knows it already. Right? Life, all that is gone. Why didn't you listen to the court order, man? It was right there. I gave it to you. Why didn't you listen to it? All you had to do is call the attorneys. All you had to do was send me a letter and stick to it. And I'd have dropped the lawsuits with no problem. If any man at the end of the day is going to show 100% that he or her or whoever they are, at the end of the day is truly sorry for what they've done, and they're willing to go in a different direction, I'm willing to give you a second chance. No problem. Because you've done some real dirty stuff to me, man. You really have. But I'm willing to just let it go, let you live your life, and continue to live on. But it's too late now. I sent you the order. All you had to do was just sign the document, send it back, and call the lawyers. That's all you had to do. And you're going to lose everything because of that. Because you're pride at the end of the day. It's a shame. It really is. I can't feel sorry for you, man. I gave you the option. You didn't take it. And that very same option will be used against you in court. Every court when we go to, it can be used against you. You waived your rights. Oh well. Now, the other ones, I'm not saying you're craziness disorder. I'm taking the court to clean your clock, period. I'm not going to bother with that. It's wasting my time. But we gave Jamie a chance. We did give him a chance. I knew Jamie longer. I'm trying to give you a chance. I hate to say this, man, but you're not a man. You're not a man. You're not a good father. I'll tell you that right from the door. You get mad all you want, but it's true. You had an option to protect your family. We gave it to you. And you denied it. You pushed it away. You even made jokes about it. You don't give people... The problem with you, Jamie, is I think plenty of people in life gave you second chances. You don't give people the option to give you a second chance. You're too busy being ignorant at the end of the day. Right now, I guarantee you're probably running your mouth right now as I'm talking about this. Now, you know you want to get on camera, you want to act big and bad and act tough and all that stuff like that, but again, that's a docket number, buddy, and it's the real deal. And we'll be going to court. And now, this mess. Your house paint. I don't know what you want to call it. Screen paint, house paint, I don't know what it is. Can you open up yet? I'm going to buy this paint. Get it over here for testing. So, nothing. Coward. Hurry up and open your site so we can order, man. My people are getting restless now. Got dogs at your front door and you're afraid to open up. That's him. We're going to April's about to run out. You better come on, man. See right here, April. They're going to change that date to a 4. So, let's see. Our premium paints are made from scratch, not from, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. You sit there and say our premium paints are made from scratch. That's a lie. Dude, do you have any idea the chemistry degree you would have to make an actual paint from scratch? Do you literally understand what you just said right there? Do you have any idea what kind of chemicals that go into making an, you don't even have the facility to do that. No. You gotta stop lying so much. Look at that. How in the world did you make a paint from scratch? So what you're saying is you went in full chemistry, right? And you made this paint from the ground up. What kind of chemistry goes into making average house paint? So you have a degree in chemistry. I don't think you do. Let's see. Elements that go into making house paint. So let me explain something to you. What you just said, which sounds completely stupid, and I'll tell you why. We can find basically the chemicals that actually go into making house paint. You see that product right there? So basically, there was a guy a long time ago who I went down to do this demonstration with. Ingredients that goes into making paint. So you understand that, right? That's what you understand? This is how paint is made. The chemical breakdown compound of making paint. You understand all that? You said you made it from scratch. This is literally what I'm thinking about. So this is what you made? Really? This is what you basically engineered and made from scratch. That's what you literally just said, from scratch. This is the chemical compound of paint. This is what you said you made, right? There you go. You made that. No, you didn't. Stop talking trash at the end of the day. Gee, where's Louise? You can't say you made it from scratch, because again, then people would think you literally made it from scratch. Gee whiz. You ever hear me say we made paint from scratch? No. And then how much work goes into making a paint from scratch? First things first, okay, let me explain to you about reverse engineering. So anyway, I wanted to go down and do this paint for this company, and we signed the NDA. And one of the questions I asked him, how do I know you're not going to reverse engineer my stuff? And he basically made a statement, reversing the engineering a product is a freaking headache. All right, so you got this recipe for paint. You got 3 products that go into making it. And maybe 2 of the companies may say, yes, you can use this, but one may say, no, you can't. And if they say, no, you can't, that means now you have to go in and hire a chemist, like whoever did this right here, and they got to go in and they have to break down whatever they use to make that product. But they can't use the actual product because that will get them sued. They have to use something similar to what they use. And it can be one item that could also involve that has to be broken down into different real rich mineral forms in order to make that product. You can nearly end up spending years just to make one of these things. Do you have any idea how much time it would have taken you to make something like that from scratch? So now you have a degree in chemistry? Is that what you're saying? Scratch. My goodness. It's hard paint. And this is an open mic. Bring your buddy in here, please. I ask this question. How the freak you making paint from scratch? You understand the table of contents right there, right? This is the formula for paint. These are the materials that are used for making paint. So you understand this right here perfectly fine. Scratch. Oh my goodness. Your brain is on scratch. Look at the first on scratch either. Right there. You made all this. can't stand when people say dumb things. This is what your paint. You made it from this. This is the ingredients of your product right here, right? You said you made it from scratch, right? This is where you'll be working with, right? This, right? Paint recipes right here. This is what you made. Table of contents right here. Do you have any idea how dangerous most of the stuff is on that freaking list over there? You would have to have some kind of hazmatic suit to handle most of that stuff. Half of that stuff can give you cancer at the end of the day, working with that stuff. People are in a special facility when they design this stuff. That's from the video to somebody for paint the screen. How paint is made. Not paint, paint. Then we're talking about dispensing. I'm talking about from the ground up. Literally going to have a serious lab. So you've got a lab somewhere where you're making this stuff. I'm curious what we have this here. Or is this basically just mixing cans together? We have to have a serious mixer, all that stuff in there to make that stuff. Should have went with making paint by scratch. Making paint from scratch. Seriously, what have you been smoking at the end of the day? So you gotta start drinking that pool water. It ain't doing you good. And keep in mind, as you're making this stuff from scratch, keep in mind, this is pretty bad. You should have a hazmatic mask on. We just have the curiosity of all the stuff they're mixing in there. So basically, on top of that, consider the fact that if you're basically making this stuff from scratch, how enough this stuff is basically safe for the consumer at the end of the day? Because all the paints that you buy, even though they're basically already made, these paints are already basically biodegradable, eco-friendly, they're basically water-based. If you're making something from scratch, that means at the end of the day, it hasn't been tested for consumers. Which means it's got to go through something called a flash zone. Now let's say he was doing it this way, right? Without a freaking lab or anything like this. And I just want to put a disclaimer, any of you jokers try to make this stuff at the end of the day and you have a problem where you can't taste anything, smell anything, you pass out or basically have a heart attack, whatever happens, I'm not responsible for it at all, period. Made it from scratch. People say they make food from scratch. Yeah, I made biscuits from scratch. I made freaking chicken. Oh, I made all that from scratch. Well, if you made chicken from scratch, well, you know what that means, right? That means basically you went out and you basically killed the bird and all that stuff. That means you basically made it from scratch. Going to the supermarket is not making it from scratch. If you have a farm, you had to go out there and behead the bird. Yeah. Some people make it out of super scratch, where they mean basically go hunt down the bird and kill it, bring it back, defeather it, and basically cook it. Excuse me. This is what you're doing right here when you're making this stuff, right? Half of those chemicals you can't even have in your freaking house. Extremely dangerous to have that stuff in there. And this guy should be wearing a mask. He really should be wearing a mask. It's extremely dangerous to be breathing that stuff in. Years from now, ain't gonna go well. Let's just give you an idea. If he was making this in his home right now, this is what he'd be going through. Making it from scratch. Oh, I can't wait to call a few people and laugh about that one. I can't wait to call the painter on that one. Hey, guess what? This guy tells me he makes his paint from scratch. You know how dangerous that is to mix with your hands that way? That's extremely dangerous. That would cause all kinds of skin irritation. I'll tell you one thing. You want respiratory issues? That'll do it. Now, you said you made it by scratch, right? How do we know this stuff is not flammable? That's another thing, too. Do you have any proof that it's not flammable? What about biodegradable? Is it safe for the environment? If you put this stuff into a cannon and it goes airborne, is this stuff going to cause any kind of form of lung issues or anything at the end of the day? That's why you got to be careful. We know he's not doing this at all. We know this. This is why you got to be careful about putting dumb stuff on your website. If you're telling people you're making it from scratch, then they think you're a company and you're literally making this stuff from scratch. If you have any idea the kind of zoning laws you would have to be able to make this stuff, you can't even dump this up into a regular dumpster. You need a special container, trash dumpster, to put this stuff into. It's hazmatic material. It has to be disposed of differently. You have to have all kinds of inspectors going through your property and everything. Oh, heck no, you can't do that. Well, if he ever comes on camera and he has like an arm coming out of his head, you know why. He should not be sticking his hand in there. You should have a mixer for that. How long is this video? That far. Oh, and then he puts the dice in next. Jamie said, no, Jamie. Danny says he makes it from scratch. This is what he's doing in this house right now. Oh, that can't be good for the skin. I gotta read the comments on this one. Does he put a thickener in this? It's a little runny for paint. I mean, that'd be fantastic through a sprayer. So stirring it up. You gotta put something thick in the base. So that's literally, if you're gonna make this by scratch, that's literally what you'd be doing. Now, I'm pretty sure where he's at right now, yeah, judging by his name, he's not in the United States. So if you were to do this in your house, you can get locked up for that. That stuff is not, you don't even have the license to have that. You have to have a certain license to have that stuff in your, you can't even in your house, you have to have it in some kind of work area. And even that area is going to have to be zoned for that particular form of chemical. You have to have special dumpsters to put it in, everything. There is no way in the world you're making it from scratch. And at least he knows what he's doing at the end of the day. So he's pretty smart. So in order to sort of read exactly what comes off that sheet on how to make paint, he knows exactly what to add in, how much to add in. And you're telling me you're making this from scratch? No. Can't put that on your site, man. You can't put on your site that you make these products from scratch. Our premium screen paints are made from scratch, not from over-the-counter paints. Can't make that statement. That's a lie. But when I get your product down here, it's paint. That's the same nonsense you told when you sat there and said that your paint over and over again is a skin. It's not a paint. Just paint with a whole bunch of water in it. That's what it is. To make it look like it's a skin. Oh man, we waste so much time with it. Don't waste time. At least it needs to be known. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna get these paints right here tomorrow. We'll get them ready. The reason why we're getting them ready is because we're gonna have Jamie's products down here. The only thing I'm interested with Jamie's product is the hybrid. I do want the Cinemax down here again, because we are gonna put the we're gonna put the Cinemax versus Black Cinemax, our technology. And what else we want? Cinemax hybrid. I've had the person already. I've had 2.0. We've had that already. He doesn't have the Frankenstein. He got rid of that one. That's sold overseas. I'm not gonna pay $70 to get a paint overseas. He basically purposely put that over there so nobody can touch it here in the United States. Let me see. That's not gonna help you, by the way, too. Let's see. The UV mix. We'll order the UV mix and get it down here too. Because the dark gray primer will match that, no problem. These are the dark gray paints, Jamie. These will match your products perfectly with no problem. As for, let me see if I want to go, yeah, the dark grays, yeah, this would match Danny's paint easily. We'll figure out what color it is when we get it down here. Then we'll buy the paint for it to match it perfectly. And this will work on an ultra short through, by the way. And your product doesn't work on ultra short through, so that's kind of weird. Now we got rid of the, unfortunately we had to get rid of our, for the time being until we take them to court and deal with them in court. We had to get rid of the message board because Jamie kept stalking us on the message board, so we had to get rid of it. But we'll have it back again because again, he'll be going to court pretty soon. Jamie, you can look through all those messages all you want while you're laying in bed. You're a weirdo. Anyway, keep in mind that the messages that we sent over to the the CCB, those were 187. All of those were traced back to your IP address. The woman told me. And in those messages, along with the mark of the beast, the satanic material you had in there, including some very perverted stuff, pornography, and some racial slurs, is the reason why the courts are going to request that we file criminal charges against you. But I want those criminal charges to be filed in civil court because, again, we're going to request for you to have a 302. It's not going to be hard to do. We got a bunch of really disturbing messages from you, and we got these weird pictures that you took my head and you stuck it on these little cartoon characters. That screams crazy all the way around. It does. You might have considered it to be cute and funny and so. No. In the real world with adults in a courtroom, it's considered to be very, very creepy and disturbing. So we're going to request for a psychiatric evaluation mandatory by the courts. Let me tell you how that system works. If you snap, if you get upset, if you get angry, they will take that as an outburst. You can end up going up in there for probably about a 6 months evaluation, and you probably carry on enough in there and get in trouble or snap and lose your temper over the dumbest stuff, and you can end up spending 2 years in there easy. Keep in mind, you can't leave that facility. There's no amount of time you could be in there. It's evaluation, which means you could be there for years until they figure out whether or not if you're safe enough to be let out through society. That's why we're requesting it. It's kind of like no way to get out of those things. Jail time, you got a certain amount of time. You get like 5 years, 10 years. Serve your time, good behavior out. Psychic evaluation is a whole lot different world. You could be stuck in there for years. It all comes down to the doctor. The doctor has to basically make sure you can be in there for a year or two. You can be in there for 2 or 3 days. It's up to the doctor. But judging by the weird stuff that was in those emails, And those weird puppet pictures that you made of me, especially pictures of inside my house, which we can show pictures, you're taking pictures inside the house, and there's a cat. You were taunting a cat. Yeah, they don't like that in the day when it comes to animals. You're gonna be in there for a while. And through the courts, because you're considered to be a danger to me and any other person in the day, it can also advise you to take medication, which means you will be on Thorazine. Should have never sent me those text messages. Should have never sent me those emails, which were creepy. And you should never take in my head and took it off my body and put it on some kind of cartoon body thinking that was cute. It's not. It's creepy. You're a grown man doing this. Oh, and by the way, and I made the statement that you're not a man, you're not even a real father to your kids. Again, as I said before, we sent you the order. A real man at the end of the day would have backed down and protected his family. You did. You allowed your family to get the nonsense. I'm gonna tell you something, Jamie. It's a big lawsuit, and you're not gonna be to pay all the money. You'll pass off this earth owing me money. So with that being said, if this lawsuit does creep over to your kids, because I don't want them getting hit with this at the end of the day. It's not their fault. It's not their problem. They're not an idiot like their father. You're the idiot at the end of the day. You pass off this earth, it always goes to next of kin. I will make sure that the lawsuit is canceled out before it passes over to your own kids, because I feel that they should get a chance in life and they shouldn't have to basically suffer because their father's a complete freaking idiot and didn't think about them first. You had a way to get out of this situation. We gave it to you and you didn't take it. Gee whiz, man, you're an idiot, but you will pay me my money. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay me my money while you're here on this earth. And when it's time for you to go, and you're called back home, you do make it there, your kids won't suffer the same fate you will, because I'm gonna make sure that lawsuit gets canceled out. So they don't have to go through that bull crap. You have to go through it. Let me see what we got here real quick. Pictures right here. Should have just signed the papers, man. Sign the papers and call the lawyer. But you didn't do it. Why didn't you call the lawyer? All you had to do, man. That pride, that pride, that pride, that pride. I don't like to talk about things unless I can back it up. There it is right there. There's a document. That's a document sent by the attorneys to Jamie. All he had to do was sign that piece of paper and basically stick to his word, and that lawsuit would have disappeared. It would have never been filed. There's the lawyers right there who contacted you. It was issued on July 2nd of 2022, sorry, 21. Sent over to Fernando, right? Of course, we know that's your fake address, but we got your real one anyway. But you should have put your real address, but guess what? That ain't gonna let you out of it. You're still hit with it no matter what. And we know you got it because, again, whoever you sent this to sent it to you. So right here, we gave you proper warning to leave the copyrights alone. Did you do it? Nope. It says United States copyrights, right? So register. It shows the date when we actually registered copyright, 2016. Right there, Crystal Edge. All that information was sent to you. Can't say you never received anything at all telling us you not to touch it. Copyright infringements. Federal copyright law. We told you all this stuff. Got certified numbers and everything. We told you. On the behalf of Kenneth Bird, and to avoid the necessary litigation in this matter, demands is made that you respond to this letter no later than 3 days from the receipt. In writing to Kenneth Bird at his address below. Put our address in there for you, confirming that you will cease indices from further infringements. You have our consent, these are the attorneys, to communicate. Well, you're not told this. You were. So what are you going to say in court about that? Oh, I can't read. I didn't know what it meant. Don't even know. Yeah, that's going to help you. Here it is right here. Directly with Kenneth Bird. Here we go. Let's see, directly with Kenneth Bird for the limited proposal, and it's right here, resolving this matter as outlined it in the letter. If a satisfactory complaint and resolving, and not forthcoming, Kenneth Bird will be advised of all of his legal options to proceed, which means I will sue you. It's right here, right here. It tells you you're going to be sued. Right here. Kenneth Bird to future actions and accusations in any and all legal claims as it may be available to him. Please be aware that this letter is copyrighted, which means if you took that letter and you decide to post that letter without the law firm's permission, this is what they put on a letter. So keep in mind, I can post mine because my letter that I had from Screen Innovation, I had to wait a couple of years before the statute of limitations ran out before I can actually post a letter at a certain amount of time. So if he were to post this letter, he got sued for it. Can't do that. So any court orders that come down and hit him with, he can't post any of it. It'll get him in a lot of trouble. Can't do jack. We can actually put that in there. Please be aware that this letter is copyrighted by our law firm, right there, by our law firm, and you are not authorized to publish this in any manner. Use of this letter in any proposal and posting by you in full or the part of either physical or electronically will subject to you to future case action, which means if he posted that letter, this law firm would have went after him. Did Jamie ever post a letter? No, because he's not stupid, but apparently he is stupid. Kenneth Bird is prepared to take such action as necessary to protect his rights and his business. As I told you before, those of you who feel that basically in the day that I have a right to protect my business, you cross my line and see what happens to you. I'll crush you in court with no problem. Right here. You have a prayer in the world that's going to save you from right now. You're done. If you have any questions, as was told to Jamie, or you wish to discuss this matter, please contact me. Attorneys put their numbers up for him to contact them. Right there. There's a law group right there with signature right there. Jamie is screwed on so many levels, it's not even funny. That document, the BBC has it right now. CCB has it right now. Showing clearly we warned you. An attorney asked you to call them so we can try to resolve the issue of not taking this to court and suing you. And you chose to ignore this. And now you're going to pay. You're going to pay big time. I'm going to take everything from you. When I get done breaking your spirit, I'm still not done with you. You're still going to go to court for basically messing with, tampering with that, what's it called? Batch number. Yeah, that dumb nonsense. Then, I'm taking you to civil court twice for messing with my Black Series Edition copyright, which you posted onto your website. Can't put that on there. Again, similarity, can't do that. So, in civil court, you can be requested for 5 years in jail. Starting point at $250,000. You will need a lawyer. Last lawsuit in civil court again. Lawsuit for basically committing fraud against my company. For saying that you purchased products that my product looked like black paint, try to damage my company's name. It's going to be another $1 million lawsuit. We're requesting jail time. When you go to court for the criminal charges for stalking, terroristic threats, racial slurs, we call hate crimes, and everything else you put in that weird email, we're going to request for psychiatric evaluation. Mandatory by the courts. You're screwed. Well, enjoy your life while you can. It's about to be over. I got things to do. See y'all later. Yeah, screw.